In 2 days, Earl Spence will be crowned the king of the welterweight division. If it was still the 3-belt era, he'll already be undisputed, but Bud has that one belt that he needs to crown him and put his names forever in the history books. Earl Spence is ready. He's been ready 10 years ago. He's been ready in the Olympics. He was ready when he first started boxing. Ashley Theopane, his former sparring partner and former world champion, is going to give his take on what he thought about Earl when he first had to spar him after he joined the money team. This is a fair use video. It's for education and entertainment purposes only. And y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Join the team. Join the Upper Echelon Sports Bar team. Hit the like and subscribe button and hit your notifications because we go live every day. And we have group discussions with an open panel so anybody can get up here and voice their opinion. All opinions is welcome. We like to have a good boxing talk and get everybody's observations of what they feel about the fights. Because, you know, we all ain't sheep. And we all ain't going to have the same opinion. And it's great to see another person's views because, hey, this person might show you something that you ain't seen before. Or tell you something that you might not notice. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. And let's get into this action. Let's cook it up. Y'all know the intro.
You get Jaws out there. Now you think it's safe. No, Jaws ain't the epitome of greatness. There's something out there much bigger. Yes, you got it. And here comes Superbud. Come through to snatch it up. All is well in the world, right? Or wrong. You forget the Megalodon. Bud might have caught Jaws in the ichthyosaur, but he ain't ready for the Megalodon. And that's the big Spence. The Megalodon. Matter of fact, he ain't even a Megalodon. Earl Spence is the biggest. How can you measure what ain't been measured before? Captain Ahab reaching out fishing. You gonna catch something that you ain't mean to catch right there because you can't catch the uncatchable, the Leviathan. Earl, the true Spence, strap season, man down, smoking on Bud tour.
Earl, they say you just a basic come forward flat-footed fighter. They said Crawford's gonna beat you. Now that you done beat Crawford and destroyed him, what the haters gotta say now, Earl?
You can do it, son. I defeat the real champion.
Where's the stretcher? Somebody sent for us again.
What started out as a joke has turned out to be a disaster.
Creed appears to be in very serious condition.
The man alive.
Crawford's in serious condition. You heard him worse than Kilbrook and Ugas combined.
If he dies, he dies.
Inside the dressing rooms.
Would you care to comment on how you plan to fight?
Terrence Crawford.
What's your strategy?
Don't need any.
Terrence Crawford.
Predictable and stupid. The man comes straight ahead. He's tailor-made for me, and he's gonna get hurt.
What's your prediction for the fight then?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
He was good. He was, what I said about him to Spencer, like just last night, I said he reminded me of a Mike McCallum, where he tried to break you down, and he was big and strong, but I was just trying to work on my defense because he's bigger than me. So I just tried to work on my defense and just move around, just pick some shots, just here and there. So I done it right because they wanted to spar with me 2 days later, like they asked to spar me again. Then he came back again. I think it was the Monday of the fight. And then, you know, he done his thing again. You know, he's big and strong. He's very... So this is what I'm saying. This is 10 years ago that we sparred.
Is it strange looking at back at all? Or does it bring back memories? Or
You know what?
You as fighters, you spar every day in loads of different fights.
Yeah, you know, those days, man, I sparred everyone there because 2013, I had lost the British title the year before. So I had gone to Vegas to join the money team. Yeah. And so I had sparred with everyone over like 3 months. I was sparring with all the world champions, like all the top contenders and that. I even sparred with Sean Porter, like within that same time. So I was sparring with everyone. And then and I was doing my thing, so hence they signed me. But I knew going back then, I even done a tweet like straight after we sparred, this man's going to be world champion, like 10 years ago. So it's weird, when he fought Kell Brook, like I believed he was going to beat Kell Brook and stuff. So it's great to see where he is now in the sport, man. It's beautiful.
And just as one last one, did anything particularly surprise you all those years back? You said he'd become world champion, but did anything shock you when you're in the ring with it?
What I thought, he was very good at what I saw with Floyd as well. If he surprised a lot, because I didn't know him back then 10 years ago. I know he was in the US team and all this, but when he sparred Floyd, he done very well. And then they wanted him to spar me. I was like, oh man, I already see this guy put in work. So he was just measured. The way his distancing is very good. The way he uses his jab, he goes downstairs, he tries to trap you. And this is 10 years ago. So moving on, he's improved so much. But also I've heard that that Crawford is very good. But I've actually been in the ring with.
They tell a former champion, you got to spar Spence next. And this man's first word was, "Oh man, I just seen this man work." That right there should attest to the greatness of Earl. And that was 10 years ago. This is a British champion who sat there and watched Earl Spence spar with the great Floyd Mayweather. Now, they say if you can make it in Vegas, you can make it anywhere. So if you can make it with Floyd, you can make it with anybody, right? Because Floyd is hands down TBE, the best ever. You feel me? 50-0. Man went through giants. He went through the gauntlet. He went through more championship fighters than anyone in the history of boxing. And this man right here was getting worked by a young street punk, as they call it. Yes, Earl was a young street punk that did his thing. And see, Ashley Philpayne, he was a great fighter as well. And this man sitting there telling you how great Earl was back then. He said that Earl has the jab, he had the footwork, he had boxing skills, how he was pitted down. And see, that's what people get so confusing about Earl right now. They think he's just some dumb come forward fighter when Earl has every tool that Crawford has and some. He just chooses not to reveal it because he hasn't been against anybody that's going to make him have to use his skills. That's just like showing up to a job. You're not going to pull out everything that you don't need. Earl Spence said once before, 50% of him is better than 100% of these welterweights out here. And he really means that. He hasn't had to dig in his goodie bag. People will be surprised if they see everything that Earl has to bring to the table. He hasn't been challenged enough. These fighters aren't on the level enough to make Earl do it. And honestly, I thought Cool Boy Step was an A-level top fighter. But I was able to see versus Monster Inoue that is really levels to this. Levels. Cool Boy was an A-list fighter in my eyes. A pound-for-pound fighter. Monster Inoue made that man look like a C-plus fighter. A C-level fighter. Not saying he's a C-level fighter. That's what Monster Inoue's skills made him look like. And that's what I'm saying about Earl Spence. Earl Spence's skills hasn't had to come out. His fundamentals is beating people. So if you can't get past my fundamentals, I don't even have to bring my athleticism out there. That's just like if you can't handle 50% of me, why should I bring out 80 or 100%? Like when you go through, you gotta get through the underbosses before you make it to the boss. And see, Earl is sitting down here. He showed people in the Mikey Garcia and the Danny Garcia fight that he could box. In the Algeria fight, he could box. Lamont Peterson, he could box. He could also switch. Earl showed you he could fight off the front foot. He could fight off the back foot. He controls range. He controls distance. He has an impeccable jab. He has a solid defense. He has a great chin. That's all the makings of an all-time great. And he has power. And his power is actually diminished at being at 147. When Earl reaches 154 or 160, you'll see a lot more power because you'll get to see him. His muscles will have a lot more fluid and he'll be more concise with it. But see, people steady jockeying and talking crazy about Earl, and we got 2 more days to the fight, and people are sitting there making it harder for Bud because Earl remembers everything, and he's going to take it all out on Terrence Bud Crawford. Just you watch. And Earl Spence ain't nobody's game. He's nobody's joke. And Terrence Crawford, they bulking up. And it looks like they're having problems making that last little bit of weight. Terrence Crawford is in for the fight of his life. That's why he want the coin toss to come out last, because he knew this gonna be his last hurrah. Ain't no bite about it. That's why he wanted 50-50. That's why Earl conceded to everything, because he knew he's gonna take it out in blood. Terrence, you might have thought you won, but at the end of the day, Earl Spence's dream was to become welterweight champion of the world. And he showed everybody that he's the truth. He did what he said and went through what he had to go through just to show everybody that he really wanted this fight. And come July 29th, Earl Spence will be the first four-belt welterweight champion undisputed in the history of welterweight. And this man will be the first undisputed champion that took all the belts off of the people. This man went through the gauntlet and he took the champion belt off every one of his champions, starting from the first one. And he's undisputed. This was a great video. I mean, he's told us a lot. Ashton Payne told us a lot. And he said 10 years ago he knew Earl was going to be champion. He said the man was like Mike McCallum. Mike McCallum is a rugged, hard-hitting, all-time boxer. Mike McCallum is a great person to be compared to, but I think Earl Spence is more like a Mike McCallum with a Sugar Ray Leonard, with a little Floyd Mayweather in it, with a Julian Jayhawk in it. See, people don't even underestimate Earl's power because he doesn't choose to flash knock you out. Like I said, Earl is a mean guy. He's a sadistic guy, and he wants to make you feel the pain. He don't want your night to end with you just get knocked out and have an excuse. He likes to beat, batter, and demoralize his opponents. But that's all for right now. This your boy Upper Echelon, man. Y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I'm going to keep coming with these hot-ass videos for the next couple of days before we get to fight night. And I'm going live today, so make sure you hit your notifications so we can get out there and we can have a group discussion. Peace and blessings to everybody.